Hi.
Hello there.
It's been a while. Now you
has.
can. You!
You!
You! I can see!
Yes!
Oh my god! Hi, we can see each
Hi,
other
everybody.
now. Okay, bye.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it.
That's it. That's the comeback. Okay, bye.
Only one of the most requested things for Wumpa Time, besides Wumpa Time.
And it's going to be in the last episode. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Season finale. That's it. Finished.
That's it. The series finale.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back. It has been a long time. It is awesome to be back. As you can see, one of the most requested things ever for Wumpa Time, almost said Wumpa League, but not Wumpa Time. The different Wumpa, different juice. Don't ask. Don't ask.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. We are finally back. It's been like, how many months has it been?
It's been like, has it been 2 months? No, it's
2, 3.
Has it been 2 months?
Because I haven't recorded too many. Yeah, in this new office, I haven't recorded too many Wumpa Times.
I legitimately cannot remember. You got me.
Oh, it's been too long. Too long.
But a lot has happened in
Yes.
like in the time that we were recording Wumpa Time, not much was happening. And in the time that we had to stop for like just a little bit, everything happened. Like it was like, all right, there's all your news.
And, like, there has been so much news that we've been wanting to cover. There was stuff that we're sending each other over DMs like, oh, we're gonna talk about this.
I was screaming about a lot of things, and I was like, I can't record yet.
There's so much. It is all over the place. It's been crazy, but we are so happy to finally be back and finally be back talking about, well, all of our favorite things. So before we continue, though, like we were saying, Shemp, what's new with you? What's been going on?
Well, as you can see, I have my patent pending empty wall. That's because I just moved, and the reason we haven't been recording is because I had to. I'm now living on my own, and this is there because I have nothing there. So, as we know, we know a good friend of both of our channels, Mel, the honeybee, and my thumbnail artist, Ross, who is Snuff Puppy. They're going to be giving me art to plaster on this wall. So you'll see that in the future. But yes, now I live on my own, so I'm going to be doing a lot more streams, a lot more videos, a lot more Wumpa Times. That's really it. So now you see me, and I can be as loud as I want. I'm not going to scream. It is almost midnight.
It's just, you're so banging at the door. I can scream as loud as I want. Hot! No, you can't.
You hear like a muffled. What was that?
Shut up! Yeah,
Banging on the wall like, yeah, my neighbor.
yeah, that guy. So for me, you guys have been tuning in. We've been doing a lot of stuff recently. We've been talking a lot about Wumpa League. We've been trying to expand the channel content. We've been talking Sly Cooper. We've been trying to try different things. Some things worked. Some things didn't. Lessons have been learned. But it's nice to finally to come back to something that's familiar, something that allows us to be able to really just express ourselves and our thoughts and our rants and stuff, things that we've been internalizing for a while. And I'm super hyped to be back to be having Wumpa Time back on the channel.
Oh, same. Same
but
here.
But more importantly, having Shemp back, it's been incredible to have you back now, and
me?
It's going to be you now, because you are now back since you took a short hiatus. I'm going to ask you: Are you excited for Spider-Man?
Yes, both of them. My God, technically 3 of them, but my God,
there's a lot of Spider-Man content coming.
There's a lot of Spider-Man, and thank God, because that's all I wanted. I have so much to look for. If I hold on, weird. I'm gonna point you guys up.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, where is it? There it is.
There it is.
Right there.
Right there. Now you know. Now you know. Now I hope I can put this back where I was. You talk while I put this back where
Okay.
I was.
So if you guys don't know, if you've been living under a rock that a spider would get squished by, there's been a lot of Spider-Man stuff, like a disgusting amount. So
Good.
First, we got the trailer of No Way Home, which
Leaked. It leaked first. I don't know if you saw the leaked version.
I did not see the leaked version.
Dude, it was hilarious. Because it was hilarious for me. Let me just do that. It was hilarious for me because I'm not used to seeing the Marvel trailers in that fashion, like so unfinished. Yeah. Like, you know how, since we both, we're both video editors. You know how whenever you do in Photoshop too, whenever you get the text layer and it autofills like with the Latin thing, that trailer was full of that.
Like, insert Spider-Man here.
It was like where there's supposed to be text where it's like, oh, in a world, it's like that stuff. It just had like placeholder Latin text because they were like getting it. So you could see you're familiar with this because you've worked in this industry, but they had like really, really rough VFX for all of these shots. Like the shot where Doctor Strange is on the train and he's doing this, and you see like the mist. And the one that leaked that was shot on like 4 different phones, it was just a bunch of like gray puff that just kind of like clipped through everything. But it had the music where he was like, "Duh," and you saw like just that going on the entire time.
Dude, so just a throwback to like my VFX days, or like I was the VFX, but I'd watch them working on it. Oh my gosh. Do you know how many times because they did a lot of space shots where it's just literally just gray blocks. It's like, okay, spaceship, missile.
Wait, I gotta find a screenshot.
It just looks like Lego blocks just like pewing at each other. It looks like, imagine like bad Lego block Star Wars. It's like pew, pew, pew. And they're like, okay, we got the shot blocked. I'm like, blocked? What's happening?
Oh, here's a screen. This is someone's thumbnail, but here's a picture of like the Latin text over Tom Holland's body for some reason. Here's another.
Whereas I can't see it.
Oh, I sent it to you on Discord.
Oh, you said on Discord. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Oh, we gotta get used to this. Hold on a second. Back. Hold on. We're still figuring this out. Hold on. If I push that button, that's gonna turn that off. Let's not do that. Let's do that. Nope.
Oh no, I can't see you.
Oh no. Hold on a second. We're gonna do this. Hold on. No, don't show me this again, please. Thank you. Share your screen. Okay.
You're trying your hardest.
Yeah, we're trying our hardest. Is that
there
better?
You are. Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Okay, so let me take a look here. Oh, it's so bad.
So
I don't know what's worse, the fact that there's a text or I know what they're editing on.
Now, I know you didn't see it, but the actual leaked video was it was someone recorded the trailer portrait mode, mind you, with their phone. And they posted it on Snapchat in like 4 different parts, and then 5 different people recorded the screen with their phones. So when you watch the trailer, you're watching like a phoneception going into this trailer, and like I'm surprised I can make anything out. But I got it all, and I was freaking out. And then the next day, we were talking about it, and my friend was like, "Hey, Sony just dropped the trailer," and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, but from what I was hearing, that's not the same trailer that they dropped. Like it's not the same.
So from the leaked one to the one that they dropped, because from those two, they're beat for beat the exact same.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah, it is. Like every shot that was in the leaked trailer was in the final one, but it actually had VFX in it. It even showed Doc Ock and the Goblin Bomb with Willem Dafoe's laugh on it. Like that was all finished.
Right.
It's just everything else wasn't.
So they always watermark the stuff like crazy, because what they want to do is that in case if anything does leak. By the way, someone got fired.
Oh
Someone got very fired because they literally watermark all the shots that people were working on, and who's the editor, who's like, man, some of the stuff, it's encrypted. Some of the stuff is deeply encrypted. Like even if, for example, there was a leak from Legendary Pictures, 2016 when the Warcraft movie came out. There
Yeah.
was a leak of the actual like bits of the trailer, and you could actually see literally on the bottom right the watermark, but it was watermarked a certain way. And when I entered the industry, that was when I started to enter the industry. Oh my gosh. It had it had its editor code. So the way Legendary works is that each editor has a code. Like it's like 1.8 or whatever. It's got like, so that they can track exactly where it came from, and you are responsible. You are responsible. So like if you leave your editing bay open to go to the bathroom and someone come in and snap the photo, you're fired. Period.
I'd imagine there'd be a pretty hefty fine on that too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like,
Imagine
you're fired.
Like Legendary Pictures, yeah, but Sony and Marvel a fine?
Yeah.
I like that guy didn't get fired. He got obliterated. Like
Thanos snapped.
I don't know if you saw, but whenever this happened, people were posting videos of it, and Sony kept taking it down, and people kept posting pictures of Kevin Feige with like a sniper, like smiling through the scope, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's perfect!" Like, the rumor is that the person who was doing this, their kid came in and filmed this with their phone, and what a way to go! Like, can you imagine costing your parent?
Done.
Like, you costed your parent a job at either Sony or Marvel. I don't know who was doing the trailer, but both companies, like, both are huge.
You won't get a job again.
No, never.
won't
Like,
get a job again.
wait, you're the person with the spot. Yeah, no, just shoot, get out.
Well, here's the thing. Most editors for any AAA film, you see sometimes this is edited and it says their name, and that's ACE. You see like those letters ACE, and they're literally a part of an association. It's almost like getting like a doctorate or like a PhD, right? And there's different academies, there's different places. So that they can keep track of your stuff, so they can keep track what you worked on and stuff, and your rights. Because if you wanted to turn around and for your demo reel or whatever, and you want to show footage of something that you worked on, if you have that ACE, that thing, you literally have it's like, okay, copyright check. Oh, you worked on it. Go ahead. That's fine, right? It's to double check, make sure, and also just in case if there's duplicate people, if there's people with the same last name, same first name, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? Because if you get someone by like Nick Bates, do you know how many Nick Bates there are out there? Like, you know how, like,
yes, John Smith Ace.
Yeah, exactly, right? But it keeps track of everything, right? So what happens is that if you do something like that, you get a mark against your name. And then whenever they're like, oh, let's hire somebody, and they open up your portfolio and see leaked Spider-Man trailer.
Like, you could have leaked any other trailer, and you leaked the Spider-Man trailer.
Like,
are you okay?
Sir, we call that career suicide, and that's just instant.
Even the highest higher up of any company knows the Spider-Man trailer.
Of all things. No, that was so bad. And so seeing that they're editing on Avid, that makes me irrationally angry.
You wonder if the whole movie's on Avid or just the trailer?
I don't know. I hope it's just a trailer.
I hope it's just a trailer.
I have had arguments and debates about people about this. I hate that editing software. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. There have been people trying to jam that editing software down my throat since college. So since I started college, so for 8 years, I had people jam Avid down my throat, and I still think it's the worst editing software ever. I hate it.
Turns out they're using Vegas to edit the movie. Represent.
Wait, Sony. It is Sony.
Sony Vegas. No, okay. I just want to kind of gush about the trailer. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And I'm sure you've seen. Yeah. Have you seen all the leaked stuff going on with Andrew Garfield?
So I've been hearing a lot of things. I've been seeing images floating around that I'm not sure are Photoshop.
So the images, I can confirm to you from multiple sources that I know they are real. None of them are faked. No pixels have been altered. And what even proved it more is that there was a video from the picture that someone posted, where it was actually him in the suit talking to someone off camera, and people were wondering like, oh, isn't that like a behind the scenes shot from one of the Amazing Spider-Man movies? And it's not. His hair's different. And there was never a setting that he was on where he's on like in Spider-Man 3 where the final fight was on like that construction building and it had like all it was like one of those. But you could hear him talking to someone off camera, and you see like a red hand, and the voice sounds like Toby. So it sounds like they're both talking. And then there was another photo leaked where it was Toby and Andrew in their suits just looking up at like a camera or something, and he was in the same position like holding on to the rail. So now. And then someone today made a whole video thread on how this video is real and couldn't be faked. And they're like, this isn't a deep fake. You can see the Adam's apple moving. You can see the shadow moving on his jawline. You can see all this stuff. His abs move in the suit when he talks, and it matches up. It's like they were going like full CSI mode, which is good. So we know for a fact that they're in there.
Yeah. But he's denying it because he released a claim, was it yesterday or today, where he was just like, no, I'm not in it. No matter what I say, though, I'm messed up.
I mean,
I remember him saying that.
To be fair, Willem Dafoe was interviewed, and he was like, are you going to be in like No Way Home? And he said, I don't like to talk about, like, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not, and I don't like to talk about movies until they're announced. And everyone was like, oh, okay, I guess he's not in there. And then you hear his little laugh, and everyone's like, oh my God. But I think we saw a listing on one of the theaters, and they saw that the runtime was about 2.5 hours, which is good. I like it, because this is a big movie. I've been telling everyone that I know, we need to set up the events after Far From Home. We need to set up Doctor Strange. We need to set up the multiverse, because not everyone watched Loki. And then we have to set up the Amazing Spider-Man 2 villain, Electro, and then Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2, and then Goblin. And then we have to set up possibly Toby and Andrew. And if the rumors are right, both Mary Janes, maybe Gwen. I don't know about Gwen. No, Gwen went splat. Yeah. Never mind, Gwen went splat.
Gwen went splat. Okay.
Gwen just went. And then we also have to establish like what's going on with Peter's friends. And then there's a rumor that like there's no leak to back this up, but there's a rumor that Ned might be the Hobgoblin. So it's like, okay, we need to establish what the Hobgoblin is. And if this is a Sinister Six movie, that means we're gonna have Doc Ock, Electro, Mysterio maybe might come back because he has a toy in this line. People thought they saw the Lizard and the Sandman in the trailer, and did I already say Goblin? Goblin again.
Yeah. And Vulture.
Because he's in the Morbius trailer. Right. So there's so much happening. Also,
wait, rewind for a second. Something to add on to it. The Morbius trailer had the same Sam Raimi suit in it, remember?
It had the same Raimi suit, but what made it more confusing is that it was a picture of the PS4 game with the Sam Raimi suit. And it said murder on it, which confirms that Spider-Man's in that universe. Right. Which is in the same universe as Venom, which the director said that if there is a Spider-Man, they don't know of it. And I'm like, they live in New York. How could they not know of it? So that's backing up my theory that after this movie, since it's all about multiverses, I think that Tom Holland's gonna get plopped in the Sony verse, in the Venom verse, because Sony renamed it. It used to be called Sony's Cinematic Universe of Marvel Characters. Now it's called the Sony Spider-Man Universe, specifically Spider-Man.
Right. But now that they're opening up so what's really smart about this is that now that they're opening up the multiverse, which is canon, it's not like, I know that there's been a lot of multiverse stories recently.
But like Loki is like the MCU one. It made it canon. Right. And then what if it's just like, here's all the other timelines.
Right. So now here's the thing is that, like, for example, I hate to use it, but I'm going to. You got Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot's been confirmed as like a multiverse now, right? You got all these different multiverses, you got all these different things, and a lot of people are getting really sick and tired of it. Sure, I understand that, but Spider-Verse has been around.
It's been around for a while.
Before all of this, like all of this was all of this trend kind of stemmed from the the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, there's a comic line called Spider-Geddon, and it's all the Spider-Men and Spider-Women coming together to fight whatever.
Right.
Something else we need to add on to the already huge list of things that I listed. There's a shot in the trailer where Peter has a black suit.
Right.
But he's also in Feast, which establishes Miles.
Right. So I don't because I saw a Funko Pop listing with that suit, and it's called the Golden Black Suit.
Yeah, it has a Doctor Strange magic in it, because there was a toy for that where he's like shooting webs, but it has some sort of magic on it. I don't know what it does, but I didn't see any gold on it, which kind of confused me. But in terms of Feast, I don't know if you remember in Homecoming, but they establish Miles' uncle he's in that movie. He's played by Donald Glover.
Is he really?
Yeah, his uncle's in the movie. So they already established that the Prowler, I don't know if he's the Prowler, he's in the movie. Right. So he's in that universe. So if Feast is in that universe, Feast is essential to Miles in that whole section.
Right. So my question is are we going to start adding on Miles Morales into the Spider-Verse? Is that going to be another spin-off movie? Are we going to be like there's so many questions about this.
I don't know if they're going to do that, because we already have Into the Spider-Verse. Because
which is kind of Miles' thing.
That's a Miles thing. And that's not even MCU. That's Sony's. So I could see them being like, oh, here's Miles. You remember him because everyone watched Spider-Verse. So here's Miles. But I don't think he's going to be like the front runner going forward. All I'm wondering is how all of this is going to tie. I don't know if it's going to tie into the Sony stuff, because what comes up? Venom 2 comes out first.
Yes.
Venom 2 comes out. And then it's Spider-Verse, and then it's Doctor Strange, because Shang-Chi already came out. And I don't know if that... Oh, what's his face? At the beginning of the No Way Home trailer, when he's walking through the portal and he says, don't do that spell. I think that's him walking into the events of Shang-Chi.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen Shang-Chi yet. I've been hearing
I haven't
a lot
either.
of good things about it.
Same, but from everyone who told me, or who watched the movie, they were like, yeah, he's going to what's going on in Shang-Chi. And I was like... That's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah. Now, here's a few other questions. The one thing I think is going to be really cool is seeing the after credits trailer of Venom, like at the end, at the end of the movie. I think that is going to be integral. That is going to be huge for Spider-Man. Not necessarily just Venom.
Yeah,
but just Spider-Man.
Can I just say, I really hope Venom 2 is good. Like, I just want it to be fun. I had fun with the first one. I just want to have fun with the second one.
Same. I think that they actually took those beats, because the thing was that in the okay, so for example, if you go back and look at the trailer for the first Venom was seen as like just only angry, only like we are Venom. That's a monster. Yeah. But then in the second movie, they establish humor.
He's goofy.
And Venom's always been goofy. Like, like there were some people that were like, "Oh, this trailer looks so goofy. Why is Venom so goofy?" Because he is.
Have you not, like, I have established I stream the entire game in the PS1 Spider-Man game. That is my favorite version of Venom. That is my favorite Venom, because like
Spidey.
My favorite bit is. They go to the Daily Bugle, and they're like, we got to go on Jameson's computer, and Venom's like, are we gonna surf the web? And then Spider-Man's like, would you just shut up? And he puts his leg up and he goes, surf the web. I love that. Even when he saw Carnage, he goes, oh, that's a red one, and he went back.
I was dying laughing, because the red symbiote is like.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's why he's like, oh, red one.
He's like, that's a red one. And I was dying at that, because I knew.
I love that so much.
Yeah, because I knew it was like, it would have been out of character if Venom's just like, oh, a challenge. Ooh,
All right,
he's
let's
just
get
like,
him.
Nope.
And he's like, all right, if you come out, I'll let you eat as many people as you want. Promise? All right. He comes out and starts killing them.
Yeah, like he has to egg him on to go, and that is so good. And it's like, okay, Venom is goofy, and that's right. That's what's supposed to happen.
I like imagining him now as like Eddie's the one trying to be serious, and then Venom is just the dumb roommate that's just attached to him. Like throughout the entire movie, it's gonna be like, dude, this is serious. And he goes, it's the whole movie. That's all I want. But if the after credits happens and it's something relating to Spider-Man, I will scream because there's so much happening.
Yeah, there is so much potential to be going on between Venom and Spider-Man, but a lot of complications too. Like things are about to get cool, but at the same token of time, things are about to get complicated.
They're going to be very complicated because everything that's happening in Spider-Man is kind of setting everything off in this phase of the MCU. Because this phase already happened. Like it already started, but it's leading up, and then Spider-Man happens, and then it's going to explode into... Because Eternals comes out after that. And I can imagine they're going to be like, what is going on over there?
What is happening? Why is that dimension and this dimension? It makes no sense.
Why are there 5 dimensions?
Right. And of course, you got Loki. And then Doctor Strange is Multidimensional Madness. Was that the movie name?
I think it's like Multiverse or it's
Multiverse
something like that.
Madness?
But it's a Sam Raimi movie with horror movie elements. And I'm all about that.
Yeah,
I'm super excited for that.
It's going to be crazy. Now, something else that I wanted to talk about was that there was a theory going around, and people are debating and arguing about Doctor Strange in the Spider-Man trailer.
Yes, I was going to bring that up too. I don't know about all that.
Yeah, okay. So people are turning around and saying, okay, they're turning around. They're like, okay, that is
Mephisto.
Yeah.
They're saying that he's Mephisto because they think that he's acting weird, and I don't really see it.
No, I don't see it either.
If it was Mephisto and he wanted to do something bad, I'd imagine he'd already do it.
Yeah, but also too, the thing is that he wouldn't be able to cast that spell. That spell that everything goes, everything goes spiraling out of control.
Yeah.
One could argue he's using the, actually what debunks everything instantly is the fact that, what's his name? His buddy that walks to go to the events of Shang-Chi, right? He's been there the whole time. So he would know.
Yeah, I imagine
he would know.
Yeah, you can't really fool him.
Yeah. I mean, these guys are literally literal magicians. So I mean, that's.
He also has. I forget which one it is, but apparently in the trailer he also has the Infinity Stone that was crushed in Infinity War, or Endgame.
The green one?
Yeah, it's either Endgame or Infinity War. I remember it was crushed, but he has it, and I know at the end of the movie, I think it was Captain America.
Captain America.
He went back to go put them all back.
Yeah.
But our Doctor Strange, who's part of this timeline, the one that he had was crushed by Thanos. Right. So why does he have it?
There's some timeline foolery going on there. There's some. Well, I mean, here's the thing: is that it would be the Time Stone that he has.
Yeah.
And the Time Stone, there's probably some tomfoolery because specifically, if there's. For example, the Tesseract would be kind of gone, kind of. Yeah, the Tesseract would be gone.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Tesseract.
To be fair, in Loki, remember they had they have drawers of that. They were like, we use them as paperweights. So I mean, it's possible that he just went and grabbed one, and then.
Totally. It totally could be possible. I mean, that's very interesting. Watching Loki was very interesting. So. After it's about to get wild. It's about to get wild. Now, I want to rewind or fast forward a little bit to the next Spider-Man thing that we just found out the other day.
I was not expecting them to already announce it.
But before we talk about Spider-Man.
Okay.
Can we talk about the workhorse that is Insomniac?
Yeah, good Lord, how many teams do they have? Oh my God.
Let me remind you, between the years of 2020 to 2023, okay? We have Miles Morales, Spider-Man Remastered, Wolverine, and Spider-Man 2.
Don't forget Ratchet and Clank.
And Ratchet and Clank.
They just made that. They made a whole
5 games in 3 years, all AAA quality.
It's like when they did Spyro. It was like one each year. This one is like, here's Marvel, one each year.
What people are literally asking, what are they feeding them at Insomniac? Like, what are they
money?
I mean, literally, like, goodness me, like, so before we get to Spider-Man, did you expect a Wolverine game?
No! Like, when I saw him at the bar, and when I saw him at the bar, I was like, is that Wolverine? And then I saw the cowboy hat, and I was like, no, that can't be Wolverine. And then it, like, zoomed in on his knuckles, and I was like, oh my God,
and I was
Wolverine.
like, no.
It's Wolverine! I immediately looked to my right, because I was streaming it, and I was like, guys, if it's as good as this, I'll be happy. This game is really good, and I just want a hack and slash Insomniac Wolverine just game.
Oh man, and then someone else said like, oh, what if it's like another universe? It's the Insomniac universe where Wolverine is in the Insomniac Spider-Man.
Dude,
yeah.
That would be sick because it's not controlled by Sony.
Yeah, no, but it is at the same time because it's owned by Sony Computer Entertainment. It's still Sony though.
Yeah, because Marvel gets to pick and choose where the characters go for what games.
Right.
Because the PS4 Spider-Man was in Ultimate Alliance 3 on Switch.
Right.
But is Wolverine? Yeah, Wolverine's exclusive to PS5.
Yeah.
So PlayStation has had Spider-Man, Wolverine, and technically Iron Man, but like I don't really.
It's a VR game, so it's a weak one. But let me tell you something: is that Sony knows where to make the money because I mean, Spider-Man just sold like crazy amounts of copies, especially for a modern game. Physically, like I think that it clocked in at one point in physical copies. It was like 9 million units.
Yeah, I thought it was like 9 or 12. It was around that number.
But physical, we're not even talking about digital.
Yeah, just physical, and it deserves it. Like legitimately.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's a fantastic game, and now they're making Wolverine, and I'm like, man, like if they can keep releasing these bangers of Marvel games that are just blowing people's minds, Sony's going to become like the Sony, just PS5, PlayStation, whatever is going to become the superhero console. Like if you remotely like any sort of superhero content with the work attitude of Insomniac, which to my knowledge, Insomniac hasn't really released a dud of a game. They've released games.
Yeah, they really dud. But like, I remember all of Resistance was kind of like, like it was fundamentally good, but it was just kind of like, that's about it. The Ratchet and Clank games, people can go on and on about.
I mean, yeah, there's some spin-offs and stuff. Some argue like Into the Nexus and stuff. Some argue about that, or Quest for Booty, All for
Quest
One.
For Booty,
yeah. People can debate, but no one can say they're bad games.
No.
So if your record is, oh my gosh, genre defining to
you got a pretty good track record.
You're doing pretty good. So now we got Wolverine. We don't know much, but I mean, they did really good. Rewind a little bit more. That Guardians of the Galaxy game. I mean, why does he look like Macklemore? At least that's he looks like Macklemore.
So you saw the Guardians trailer like however long ago. It was like during E3, I think, or something like that.
I forgot, but yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, it looks like Avengers DLC. Oh, look at that. It was going to be Avengers DLC. And it's using the same engine, and you only play as Star-Lord. So I'm like, oh, that's okay. I'll wait for it to go down in price after a month.
I don't understand why they would do that in terms of like, because it's not like Spider-Man, where Spider-Man has three different actors, where you could throw a fourth one in there if you wanted to, because Spider-Man's all over the place, right?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
But Chris Pratt has become such an iconic look for Star-Lord, and then they're like, okay, let's do our own twist, and they bring in it's Macklemore. It's literally Macklemore from Punch. That's it. That's all it is. And I'm just like I can understand trying to do your own thing, but you just literally copied another celebrity and said that it was original.
Yeah. It like that game I have literally no expectations for, other than I expect it to, I'm going to be at the store, I'm going to be open a box and be like, "Oh, that comes out?"
Oh yeah.
Neat.
Oh yeah.
Cool. I don't have any expectations for it. It's like, whatever. Square Enix has their own Marvel stuff going on. I don't think anyone cares about.
Yeah. It's not as hot. But now let's talk about Spider-Man 2.
Dude, when they showed Venom, oh my god, when they showed Venom, I was like, that's what he looks like. That's Venom. That's my ripped CG Venom. And then the Iron Spider. Okay, so theory.
Yes.
What if that wasn't the Iron Spider? What if they're leading up to the Superior Spider-Man? You remember Superior Spider-Man? Have you seen Superior Spider-Man? So I don't know if they're gonna go this route, but Superior Spider-Man's comic real fast. It's essentially a story where Doc Ock is dying in his body, and he lures Spider-Man in because he kidnaps Mary Jane or something, and he ends up putting Spider-Man in one tube, he goes in the other tube, and then they swap bodies. So Doc Ock is in Peter's Spider-Man body, and then Peter is in Doc Ock's dying body, and he dies in Doc Ock's body. So then Doc Ock vows, he's like, I'm going to be a better Spider-Man than you, and he calls himself the Superior Spider-Man, and he has the little things coming out.
Right.
But he, like, the whole story is him realizing, oh, Peter's a lot stronger because he punched a dude and he didn't like understand his strength, so his head just felt like just popped off, and he was like, oh my god, how hard is he like holding back his strength? So that's the whole story, and that's the whole design. He has the same type of things. So people were wondering, okay, well, Doc Ock was defeated in the first Spider-Man. I wonder if they're doing some sort of own version of Superior Spider-Man, because they haven't established Iron Man in the Spider-Man games. I don't know if the Iron Man game, I think that was just a one-off. I don't know what the story was. So I don't know if he comes back, because the Avengers were in there. That you could climb the Avengers towers, so I don't know what's going on with that. So there's a lot that I'm wondering about.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of questions to be asked. Iron Man, Tony Stark might literally be introduced in this game.
Yeah, it's also Nolan North. Hey, what's going on?
of course it would be Nolan North. Of course. But now we got Spider-Man and Miles working together. Now I'm wondering how that's going to factor gameplay wise, because when I played Miles Morales, I enjoyed it. When I went back to Spider-Man, it was a readjustment period.
Yeah, it was kind of like, man, he is heavy and slow.
Yeah, like Miles is the gameplay for Miles. You almost feel almost overpowered, like being able to lift entire enemies around you with electricity, and then just like.
I guess that's why they gave him the Iron Spider, because I guess that does balance him out a little bit.
Yeah, maybe that because if I remember correctly, Peter's tech was better, but Miles' abilities was way better.
Yeah, he could shoot lightning out of his hands. That's a lot cooler than having cool suits.
Shock webs. Like, you get shock webs,
but you have a shock punch. Now, I'm like, I really hope, because my biggest problem with original PS4 Spider-Man was the abundance of gadgets. Like, in the middle, like, I'm doing like haymakers and doing all these cool little combos. I'm going left, right, slide, and then I stop to pick, like, oh, what should I use? That one. It just completely breaks the pace. With Miles, it was like, all right, you get 4 gadgets, and that's it. So you know what does what. Also, you can punch the lightning out of someone if you want, and then like do a little poof and just shoot him that way.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, like, in terms of gameplay, how they're going to enhance Peter's over Miles, because you have to be able to. They should be equal. They should be like, I shouldn't want to have such a heavy desire to play one over the other. Because it seems like that they're both going to be playable unless we're going to be running something where it's like you play as Peter Parker and Miles is like a side character that helps you out. And then maybe later down the line, we get another Miles Morales game in the point of view of Miles, or later down the road again.
Do you think we'll get the black suit?
I don't know.
Because that's
I
like a whole.
think that'd be super.
That'd be like
That's
a whole extra
question.
5 hours of gameplay.
Yeah, that's a question. That is a question. There might be a way to fandangle it where like, okay, so there might be a way to fandangle the story, because remember how Peter at the end of PS4 Spider-Man used the technology to fight Doc Ock.
Yes,
like
he used the nanotech suit or whatever that was.
Right, that was Doc Ock's technology that he used with the suit, right? Like,
yeah, he rigged it up. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking is that maybe the way for him to be able to fight Venom, like to defeat Venom, is he gets like a little symbiote part.
Yeah, just a little nub.
Just a little nub, and then is able to dissect it and be able to figure out to design a suit that is black. Mm-hmm. Like maybe they can have it so that he creates a suit where it does have a symbiote in it, but it doesn't affect him. It affects the suit, but it doesn't affect him.
What I would love to see, I think this would be a very fascinating dynamic, is you have Peter and Miles. I'm already writing like the story in my head. You have Peter and Miles, like let's say for the first 4 hours, you swap between the two characters, you're doing whatever you want, and then the symbiote comes out. Let's say shenanigans happen. Peter gets the black suit. He uses it for a little bit. He goes, "Wow, I'm super powerful. That's crazy." And then he starts getting more and more evil, as the symbiote suit does. What if it gets to the point to where Peter and Miles have to face off?
Yes,
because of the suit.
Right, because there is a story as to why Venom looks like the way he is, which was a big plot hole in the original Venom. Yeah. Because Venom looks like Spider-Man, but he's never infected Spider-Man, ever. Yeah. He's just been... So, and you notice in the trailer, they just show his head, they don't show his chest, because if you see the white spider on his chest...
It gives away that it was on him.
Right. So that's why they didn't show that, in my opinion. What if that I do agree with you. I think that's a fantastic idea, to where Peter is the one who gets taken over first. And there's almost like a morality complex where you're switching in between.
Oh my God. Yeah. That'd be great.
Right. So it's like at first you're doing Peter Parker things, but then you do something that Peter Parker wouldn't do. You kill a guy, something happens, and Miles notices, and then you switch to Miles's point of view, and then Miles like, I gotta go investigate Peter. I'm gonna keep an eye on him because something's not right about him.
Wait! I love the thought of the fight happening between the two, and you're randomly switching between them, because it's like what they wanted to do in The Last of Us 2, but good. Where instead of playing as this character fighting Ellie that you don't care about, it's Miles and Peter, and you're swapping, and you're like, oh, I don't want to punch Miles, but he's punching me, so I gotta punch him back. And then you're at Miles, like, I don't want to hurt Peter, but he's being kind of a douchebag, so I want to punch him back. So it's kind of that. And then I guess he gets the symbiote off, and then I guess we have to establish... No, we already established Eddie Brock. He was the trash man in the first game. Right. But we already established the symbiote too, because at the end of it, whenever Norman goes to Harry and he puts his hand on the glass, you see the symbiote touch the glass to reach out to his hand. So he's using the symbiote to keep him alive. So instead of Eddie, what if it's Harry?
It might be,
because he has the symbiote on him. So
there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of really, really interesting questions here. And I think that this is going to be a super awesome.
God, I'm so
excited. There's so many ways this can be taken. I just thought of something. Could you imagine if they release a Spider-Man PS5, but it's got Venom crawling up the side of the place?
My God. No, it was hard enough just to get a PS5.
Yeah, you have one side, Spider-Man, and the other side, it's partially red, but you see the Venom symbiote taking over.
Oh my god, I want it so bad. I think I could see them doing a controller, but like with the system, you could take the faceplate off. So they could just sell faceplates. Don't do a whole console. Just sell the faceplate. But do a controller, please. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool too. Like when they released the Master Chief Xbox, I was like, and it sold out. As soon as it was announced, I'm like, it sold out.
The moment they were like, we're proud to announce the Master Chief, gone, it's gone.
That was it. That was it. As soon as I said, I'm like, as soon as I saw it was the new Xbox, I'm like, so it's sold out already.
It's gone.
It hasn't even been announced yet, and it's sold out.
Imagine like you're streaming the event. And it's like, well, it's a cool Xbox. Crazy to think that it just sold out. Yep, sold out.
That was it. I was like, no one's ever getting that. Nobody is ever going to get that Xbox. So, I mean, if they did come up with like a Venom PS5, that would be like, a controller, but you got to do a console too. Like, you do the faceplate, but like
imagine it's like red or it's red and blue on the faceplate or something, and then on like the glossy emboss, it's like the black symbiote coming up the middle.
Yeah, and it's coming out like coming from the chest out.
Dude, I would I have the PS4 Pro Spider-Man console.
Yeah.
I would trade that in a heartbeat for that.
For that.
Like, no joke. I don't care if it has like, oh, I had to put a 500 gigabyte SSD in. I don't care. I will put an M.2 in it whenever they allow that feature in 5 years. I will do it.
Yeah, could you imagine, like, something else I'm thinking about is like, so you got it had like sound effects. Like, if you turn it on, like, because you know how each Venom, they have, like, an effect of, like, the symbiote taking over, that, like, could you imagine it turning on and it doing that?
Oh, my God, you're making me want it. Oh, my God. Now I'm going to be sad if they don't do it. Dude, what if they do, like, for the collector's edition of the first game, if you opened it up, it had a box that said, if you open this, there'll be spoilers. So it's like, if I open this up and it says the same thing, I'm going to be like, oh, but I want to. All right, I'll wait. I'll put it away. I can't believe we've spent 50 minutes talking about Spider-Man.
Yeah, I know. I was just about to say, listen, so this is where we're going to shoot back into your court, because I have been hearing things. I have been hearing a lot of things. Yes, exactly that. I have been hearing...
For the audio viewers, I'm holding up Sonic Colors Ultimate.
Yeah, so what... Okay, so
I'm gonna lay the whole thing out with you. For you.
Okay, please do, because, man, I have been hearing glitches, not glitches, good, not good. What in the...
So... I finished the script for this video. Me and Mel the Honeybee are collabing on a review for this. So we both have two specific experiences with this game, and we both played on the PS5. Now, to jump straight to the glitches part, what we're referring to is, if you haven't seen it, on Twitter there were some users who uploaded videos of the game exploding. Like, literally. Like, Sonic would walk forward and the level would combust into a bunch of colors that would trigger an epileptic seizure. And that was the main problem. And it wasn't just that. There were parts or clips where, like, all of the enemies, including Sonic, were like a deep-fried burned glob that would just kind of like do that. There was one where Sonic's model turned into a fish. From some point in the level, he just turned into a fish for no reason. And this is all like on the Switch version. People were like, what's going on? Why is this Wii game acting like this? So what ended up happening was, let me make sure. Yeah. What ended up happening was a lot of the videos from the beginning that were exploding were from a Switch emulator that someone was passing off as real. So people were like, oh my God, this is horrible. Now, there were some proof that glitches like this were happening on the actual Switch, where the colors are like flashing really bright and all that stuff. Something similar, but not to the point to where explosions were happening. Now, the thing is that people were getting, myself included, were getting the idea that this happens at random, which is very, very concerning for people that are like sensitive to that stuff, that can get a seizure like that. And that's a problem, especially for kids who pick up a Sonic game and you have to risk that. Turns out that doesn't just happen randomly. You have to do a specific list of things to get that to happen. It doesn't happen like out of nowhere. You have to you have to go into a level, stop, quit immediately as it loads, and then do that 5 times in 5 different levels or so. And the more you do it, the worse the glitch gets. But whenever you like quit after playing a little bit and then go to another level or reload the game, it stops. It cancels itself. So this is not something that like the probability of finding this glitch by accident is extremely low. So the risk of it happening to someone who is sensitive is very low unless they go out of their way to do that. Not to say that the Switch version is perfect. There are bugs. Even on the PS5 and Series X, there are a couple of hiccups here and there that are like just purely technical, but nothing that gets in the way. It does need some work, but overall, it's fine. Like, Sonic Colors as a whole, even not Ultimate, just the game itself. I told Mel, my opinion on Sonic Colors is how I feel about most shonen animes. They're good. That's it. They're fine. They don't do anything crazy. They're just like objectively good. Like you can't look at it and be like, yeah, it sucks. It's like, no, it's good. But like, what's the new thing? This game is fine. The remaster is fine. Also, Mel was confused. Thank you, Activision. If this was a remake or not, and I was like, no. Activision just tainted your mind with the whole it's a remaster, but it was a remake type thing. Fun fact, I don't know if you knew this. The studio that ported this is Blind Squirrel Games. They did the Mass Effect trilogy remaster.
What? Really?
Yeah. I think I got that right. But yeah, when I heard that, I was like, are you kidding me? They did that, and now they're doing this? And what made it a little weird is that people were wondering why it launched in this state. And if you look at Blind Squirrel Games' work ethic and their ideology, it's very anti-Sega, where they have specific days listed for work and then like weekends off or something like that. They have specific times for everyone, so everyone's happy. No one's getting crunched. No one's getting unfair work. Everyone's doing what they need to get the project done while being able to live their lives, which is a very, very good work ethic. And I wish more companies would do that.
Very important to do that.
The Sega higher-ups, not the PR. The PR for Sega is fantastic, but the higher-ups at Sega are very, get it out now, get it out now. And it sucks because Sonic is their golden child. So, like when you think of Sega, you think of Sonic, and they have not been treating him well lately.
No, they haven't.
But for all of their other IPs, like Super Monkey Ball, Yakuza, even Age of Empires or whatever the RTS game is, they've been giving all those studios more than enough time, giving them all the budget they need, doing everything they need to make sure this game is finished. Even with Super Monkey Ball, they're putting like 20 guest characters in it just because. Which is extra work for the team, but they're doing it just because Sega was like, okay, cool. When it comes to Sonic, it's like, all right, well, it runs, so get it out. And that's it.
And I've noticed that. And I've noticed that recently that Sega has not been kind. And
No.
And I'm genuinely confused by that. I am very, like, it doesn't make any sense to me as to why they would do that. Because, especially now with, like, the comeback of these platformers, like, first of all, we got Crash Bandicoot's back. And now I would say that Spyro is back, okay? We just got Psychonauts 2.
Yeah, I've been playing that too, by the way. That's a good game.
It is. I haven't gotten too far into it, but
Same.
I played about 3-4 hours of it. It's good. It is solid. And that game was crowdfunded.
Yeah, and it was so refreshing to play a game like that again.
Yeah, to play a platformer, to try something new. It was like, okay, this is good. This feels good. And this would be the era for Sonic to be like, okay, the marketing is we never left. We can, like, if I were to be marketing Sonic, I'd be like, okay, all these classic games are coming back. I would market that we never left. We're still here.
We've been here the whole time.
We survived out of everybody else. We didn't take a hiatus. We're still here, and we're about to show you how it's done, right? Because, you know, if I was the second marketing, Crash Bandicoot, nah. Spyro, meh. Even Mario, we're here. We're going to dominate the market because they're entering our battlefield and we're going to show how strong we are. If I was the marketing for Sega, that's what I would do, and then I would make sure that we could back that up, right?
Yeah, and to be fair, Sega's PR, like I said, they're amazing. All the social media people, they're doing everything they can, and it's great. And the marketing team for every major Sonic game that's been coming out lately, they've been doing those animated shorts, and that's perfect because people wanted more Sonic cartoons. So instead of doing,
it feels like they're putting more love and effort towards the PR and the marketing and not the game.
In terms of in the higher up's mind, the image is what matters. And when the game comes out, people are going to remember all the cool stuff if the game sucks. Right. So with this, it's like, dude, it's a Wii game. Like, come on. This is a Wii game.
Right.
And credit where credit's due. The team that ported this game, they did a good job. They didn't have to do this, but they hyper smoothed every asset in everything that's in the background. They smooth it to the point to where you can't see in any individual polygon. It is smooth. Everything is perfectly smooth. The visually it looks great. They remixed almost the entire soundtrack. The game controls a lot better. You can customize the controls. You can customize Sonic. You can change his gloves, his shoes, his boost aura, his regular aura. You do all kinds of stuff. They added even Metal Sonic races. They added some really cool stuff. That's quality of life, and I really appreciate that. They did a really good job. I feel like it's just Sega that did this. And what points this out to me is in Japan, if you got the special edition of Sonic Colors, you know what you got? You got this art book that's this big, and you open it up and it's called the World of Sonic, and it's here's a bunch of new hand-drawn art pieces of Sonic and his friends, and there's little stories next to all of the art. There's a picture of Silver holding a camera looking at Cream, and Cream's yeah, this is how you use a camera. It's oh, that's cute, I want that. And then,
why is that not here?
It gets worse. There's a gold Sonic coin. There's a gold Sonic coin that you get, and a CD soundtrack of Sonic Colors and the game. And it was $100 for all that. You know what we got? That. We got that thing. For audio listeners, the little baby Sonic keychain. You know what this is? Hold on, let me get this out. Let me listen.
Is it literally restock of the original design of Sonic?
I'm letting you know what this is. This is overstock. This is Baby Sonic from the Sonic movie. Now, this was supposed to be given out to everyone at theaters when the movie came out in 2020 of February.
Right,
and then when
COVID, crummy one.
Yeah, and then when COVID happened, everything got locked down, everything got shut down, so production of these was halted. And then whenever they came back, Sega was well, we have 6 million of these. Well, let's dedicate all this cardboard for that. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this gremlin. Now, look, what even makes it better is on the back, it says, for promotion. It's just for generic promotion.
No.
And then, here's the game. Just look at all this space for this. For this thing. I want to melt this down and then form my own little keychain. God. It's so upsetting. It's so upsetting.
I bet you a little bit into my territory. A little bit. It's I'm trying to find it. Crash Bandicoot 4 in the UK or a certain. I gotta find it because I can't find it. There was a cover that was specific for a single country.
Oh, it was Australia. It was Australia.
Was it Australia?
You have it on your shelf, the steelbook, right?
No, not Spyro. Crash.
Oh, Crash. Oh yeah, no, it was Australia
Crash
too.
4.
They had Crash 4. Insane had the box steelbook that was in Australia.
No.
For Crash 4, I don't know about that.
No, for Crash 4, I gotta quickly try to find it because it was a very, very, very specific country in the UK. It was Croatia or Ukraine. Yeah, and they had their own custom Crash Bandicoot 4 case. And it was nuts. It's almost something out of I gotta try to find it because it's gonna bug me now because I gotta find this thing. This thing is nuts. Like,
don't worry. While you do that, I just reminded myself. You know what this reminds me of? This little keychain shenanigan reminds me of?
mm-hmm, yeah.
It reminds me of when Spyro came out, and we got this thing.
I got that thing too.
Remember that? Remember that disgusting little eye monster? Look at that. And you know what the difference is with this? They didn't give us a whole box for this thing. They gave it to GameStop employees, and they were like, "Here, take it. I don't want it." And I went to GameStop, and he was like, "Hey, you like Spyro?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like Spyro." He goes, "Here, have that." And I was like, "Thanks, dude. I can't wait to not open it."
Thanks, I guess.
Disgusting. I never want to see it again.
I gotta find.
I think I know what you're talking about, because Sony did the same thing in the UK where they got specific box art for Spider-Man, God of War, and Uncharted, and Horizon Zero Dawn, and they looked great. And they were like, if you go to like a game store and you can ask them to buy it for $10 just to have the box art or something like that.
Right.
I think I know.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember it was like a minimalist cover.
I think I know how to find what you're looking for. It was just Crash Bandicoot 4, right?
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot
on PS4.
It was PS4. Yeah, because this is going to drive me insane. This is literally going to drive me insane.
So, like, what did it look like?
It was like nuts. Like, it looked like something out of Psychonauts on like crack. It was like hand drawn.
Can't find it.
And it was like, when you see it, you're gonna be like, "What?" It is one of those like, "What the heck?" And it's like good art, but it is insane. It is absolutely insane.
This is I can't find it either. It's all the same.
Oh man.
Oh, did it look like this? Hold on. Did it? It's probably not it, but.
Hold on. Let me. Where's the shrink down? There we go. There it is. No, that's the art book. No. I'm talking.
Okay.
This thing. When I find it, I'll send it to you later, because I'm going to be searching all night for it, because maybe I'll search for it all night and I'll just put it on the screen. Here. There it is. Be shocked. There it is. Or if we didn't find it, it's not there. So
it's not there.
But yeah, it was like, why didn't we get the special? I'm confused. Like, why did a very specific country get the special edition and nobody else? It's a very, very strange. I don't get it, but
nope, that's not it. Nope. I thought I found it.
Yeah, when you see it, you're gonna be like, what were they thinking? Like, it's one of those, like, it's done well, but it is so crazy and all over the place. I don't know, but what I do know is that I think we've exceeded our time for our first episode.
Says you. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Thank you so much for rejoining us for Wumpa Time. We are so thankful to be back. We're going to try to get back into groove of things again with video. It's going to be super awesome with video. You can see all of our faces and our reactions. You can follow us. You can see all of our Twitter handles are below us.
Oh, so, yes. Look at that. Yeah.
Look at that. It's right down there. So it's very, very easy to find us. If you have a question for us, tweet at us with hashtag Wumpa Time, and we'll try to get to them each and every week. COVID still has shut down the borders, so no carrier pigeons, and we'll wait on those. We'll wait on those. In fact, though, I will say, though, Howling Wolf did draw a very
yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Carrying pigeon for us, which was very cute. You can actually see there's like Wumpa fruit on the bag.
Yeah, look at it.
And it's super cute.
Send us. We don't want fan art. We just want pigeon art. we just want pigeon art with a little.
Maybe that'll be our logo. Maybe that'll be our logo. It'll be a pigeon.
It'll be Wumpa Time with the circle and then like the mugs and like a little pigeon coming out on the back.
Yeah. Oh, the pigeon's colors could be like, because pigeons have multicolored necks. It could be like the Wumpa fruit, like the orange.
Yeah, dude.
Okay. Wumpa pigeon. We'll figure it out.
Okay, that'll be like, we'll make that a little pin that you can buy, like a little metal pin.
Yeah. Could you imagine if we were to go to places like PAX or whatever and have like a little booth and just have like enamel pins?
No, we'll have like a little bag of them, and then when people come up like, "Hey, you guys, are you guys like Wumpa Time?" Like, yeah, here you go. You found us. Congratulations. Here's your little pin.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next episode of Wumpa Time. Bye!
Bye!